ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶುಭೋದಯ. Myself MU Tubchi, HOD Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, SJPN Trust Polytechnic, Nidsoshi. Second semester Electronics and Communication Engineering course Basics of Semiconductor Devices. Unit 6 After Semiconductor Devices. Now we are discussing about the question paper questions along with answers. First question. Explain semiconductor diode parameters. Semiconductor diode parameters are as follows. Reverse saturation current. The current that exists under reverse bias condition is called reverse saturation current. It depends on temperature. Reverse breakdown voltage. It is the maximum reverse voltage at which the current increases rapidly. The diode gets damaged due to breakdown. Temperature effect. Temperature can have a remarkable effect on the VI characteristics of a diode. The reverse saturation current increases as temperature increases. It becomes double for every 10 degree centigrade rise in temperature. The reverse breakdown voltage increases as temperature increases. Knee voltage. It is a voltage at which the current starts to increase rapidly under forward bias is called as knee voltage or cut in voltage. The knee voltage is 0.3 volt for germanium and 0.7 volt for silicon. Maximum forward current. It is the maximum forward current that the diode can safely handle under forward bias. For example, BY127 diode has the maximum current rating of 1 amperes. Peak inverse voltage PIV. The maximum voltage applied to the diode in the reverse direction without breakdown of the diode is called peak inverse voltage of a diode. Maximum power rating. The maximum power that the diode can dissipate safely without increasing the junction temperature above its limiting value is called maximum power rating of a diode. Second question. Define and list the types of optosemiconductor devices. Now we are discussing the definition of optosemiconductor devices. The devices which work under the influence of light are called optoelectronic devices or optosemiconductor devices. In other words, these are light sensitive devices which allow flow of electric current only when light falls on it. Now we are discussing the types of photoelectric devices. The photoelectric devices consist of three types: sensors, couplers or isolators, emitters. Isolators are classified into three types: photoconductive, photovoltaic, photoemissive. The photoconductive, again there are two types: bulk type or photoresistors. Second one, junction type or photoconductors. Photoresistors again classified into three types: CDS, CDSE, PBS. Now we are discussing the junction type. Again there are two types. One is photodiodes and second one is phototransistors. The photodiodes again classified into three types: PN diode, PIN diode, avalanche diode. Phototransistor, again there are two types: bipolar, FET, and second one is laser. Now we are discussing about the couplers or isolators. There are two types: LED sensor, second one is fiber optics. Emitters. The emitter, there are three types: LED, infrared or IR. Third one is laser. Sensors, the second one is photovoltaic. Again, there are two types. One is SE and second one is SI. Sensors, third type, photoemissive. Again, there are two types: photoelectric tube, photomultiplier tube. So these are the different types of photoelectric devices. Third question: define photoemission, photoconduction and photovoltaic effect. Photoelectric emission: the process of liberation of electrons from the metal surface by the application of light energy is called photoelectric emission or photoemissivity. Photoconductivity: the property of semiconductor materials whose resistance varies with intensity of incident light. The semiconductor devices which work on the principle of photoconductivity are called photoconductive devices or photoresistive devices. The photodiodes and phototransistors are the examples of photoconductive devices. Photovoltaic effect: the effect by which a semiconductor material generates a voltage when exposed to light is called photovoltaic effect. The devices working on this effect convert light energy into an electrical energy in the voltage form. Fourth question: write a note on photodiode. The figure shows the symbol, the principal operation and structure of photodiode. Now we are discussing about the principle of operation of photodiode. A photodiode is a two-terminal reverse biased semiconductor device in which the reverse current is proportional to the intensity of light. When light or photons falls on the p-n junction, the energy is imparted by the photons to the atoms in the junction. This will create more free electrons. These additional free electrons will increase the reverse current. As the intensity of light incident on the p-n junction increases, the reverse current also increases. This means that as the incident light intensity increases, the resistance of the device decreases. Fifth question: list the applications of photodiode. Now we are discussing about the applications of photodiode. Photo detection, both visible and non-visible, in demodulation, in switching applications, high-speed logic circuits, optical communication systems, in alarm systems, in fiber optic receivers. Sixth question: write a note on phototransistor. Figure shows the symbol, the principle of operation and structure of phototransistor. Now we are discussing the principle of operation of phototransistor. Phototransistor is a two-terminal, three-layered semiconductor device having three regions but base open, that is, no connection to the base region. Figure shows the symbol and Structure of phototransistor. The top surface of a phototransistor has a window or lenses so that its base region can be exposed to light. The emitter base junction is forward biased while the collector base junction is reversed biased. When the light incident on the base current produces and in turn collector flows through the device. Seventh question. List the applications of phototransistor. Now we are discussing the applications of phototransistor. In computer logic circuits, in level indicators, in punch card readers, in alarm systems, in counting systems, in smoke detector circuits, in light operated relays. Eighth question. Explain the working of LED. The figure shows the construction, structure, the symbol and principle of operation of LED. Now we are discussing about the principle of operation of LED. In LED, three semiconductor layers on the substrate are used as shown in figure. In between p-type and n-type region, there exists a region called active region. This region is responsible for the emission of the light. The LED emits light in all the way around the layered structure. This layered structure is placed in a tiny reflective cup so that the light gets reflected towards the desired exit direction. Figure shows the working principle of LED. When LED is forward biased, the electrons in N region cross the PN junction and recombine with the holes in P region. The free electrons exit in the conduction band while holes exit in the valency band. The energy level of free electrons is higher than the energy level of the holes. When electrons recombine with the holes, they move from conduction band to valency band, which is at lower energy level. While moving, the additional energy is released by the free electrons, which appear in the form of light due to special material used in the LED. Ninth question. List the applications of LED. Now we are discussing about the applications of LED. LEDs are used as power on-off indicators in all electrical and electronic devices. LEDs are used in 7-segment displays. Infrared LEDs are used in TV remote controls. It is used in alphanumeric displays. In advertisement boards, used in optocouplers. 10th question. List the advantages of LED. Now we are discussing about the advantages of LED. Low voltage. LEDs are small in size. LEDs are fast on off switching. The LEDs are light in weight. The LEDs are available in various colors. The LEDs have long life. The LEDs are cheap and readily available. The LEDs are easy to interface with various other electronic circuits. 11th question. Compare LED and photodiode. Definition. LED is a two-terminal device which converts electrical energy into light energy. Photodiode is a two-terminal device which converts light energy into electrical energy. Working principle. LED works on the principle of electroluminance. Photodiode works on the principle of photoconduction. Semiconductor used. LEDs used gallium arsenide phosphide or gallium phosphide. Photodiode germanium and silicon. Biasing modes. LEDs use forward biased only. Photodiode reversed biased only. Problems on leakage current. LED no leakage current. Photodiode reverse saturation current is significant. Dark current flows when light rays are incident on it. Applications. LEDs are used indicator in AC circuits, alphanumeric and numeric display, etc. Photodiode used in switching, high speed counting, AC coupled signaling, etc. Symbols. LED consists of two terminals, anode and cathode. Photodiode consists of two terminals, anode and cathode. 12th question. Write a note on LED lamps. The figure shows the different LEDs. Now we are discussing about the operation of LED lamp. An LED lamp or LED light bulb is an electric light for use in light fixtures that produces light using one or more light emitting diodes. LED lamps have a lifespan many times longer than equivalent incandescent lamps and are significantly more efficient than fast significant efficient than most fluorescent lamps, with some LED chips able to emit up to 303 lumens per watt. LEDs run on direct current, whereas mains current is alternating current and usually at much higher voltage than the LED can accept. LED lamps can contain a circuit for converting the mains AC into DC at the correct voltage. These circuits contain rectifiers, capacitors, and may have other active electronic components which may also permit the lamp to be dimmed. In an LED filament, the driving circuit is simplified because many LED junctions in series have approximately the same operating voltage as the AC supply. LEDs require a power supply system to interface them with electric network. 13th question. List the features of LED bulb or lamp. Now we are discussing about the features of LED bulb. LED lamp is a recent development in energy saving lamps. LED lamps require DC supply for their operation. Hence, LED lamps use rectifier unit with supporting circuits. Hence, they can be operated on 230 volt AC supply. LED lamps are provided with proper holders such as bayonet connectors. Due to requirement of low power, cool operation and longer life, the LED lamps are available in a variety of shapes and sizes. The LED lamps are available in the form of strips which can be used for decoration purposes in cupboards as night lamps, etc. 14th question. Write a note on optocoupler. The figure shows the LED photodiode optocoupler. Now we are discussing about the optocoupler. The optocoupler is available in integrated package that contains both light source and light detector. The LED is used as a light source and the photodetectors used are photodiodes, phototransistors or SCR. The figure shows the basic construction of LED photodiode type of optocoupler. The LED is forward biased using voltage V1 and series resistance R1. The forward current of LED is I1, thus LED emits the light. The emitted light falls on a photodiode which is reversed biased, a voltage V2. The reverse current I2 changes according to the light absorbed by the photodiode. The output voltage is the difference between the voltage V2 and the drop across the resistance R2. Vout equal to V2 minus I2 R2. If the input voltage is changed, the amount of light emitted by LED changes. This changes the reverse current of the photodiode. Hence, the output voltage changes. The output voltage is optically coupled with the input voltage through electrically isolated. 15th question. Write the advantages of optocouplers. Now we are discussing about the advantages of optocouplers or optoisolators. Provides electric isolation between input and output. Faster operating speed. Smaller in size. Bandwidth is very small, compact and lightweight. Easy interface with logic devices. Unidirectional signal transfer. No moving parts, hence less maintenance. 16th question. List the applications of optocoupler. Now we are discussing about the applications of optocoupler or optoisolator. Used for high voltage applications due to electric isolation. Interfacing the output of computer to external electric circuit. In driving motors, relays, buzzers, alarms, etc. Used for DC motor speed control in high power choppers and inverters. 17th question. Write a note on solar cell. The figure shows the solar cell. A solar cell, also known as photovoltaic cell or PV cell, is defined as an electrical device that converts light energy into electrical energy through the photovoltaic effect. A solar cell is basically a PN junction diode. Solar cells are a form of photoelectric cell defined as a device whose electrical characteristics such as current, voltage, or resistance vary when exposed to light. Now we are discussing about the working principle of solar cell. When light reaches the PN junction, the light photons can easily enter in the junction through very thin p-type layer. The light energy in the form of photons supplies sufficient energy to the junction to create a number of electron hole pairs. The incident light breaks the thermal equilibrium condition of the junction. The free electrons in the depletion region can quickly come to the N type side of the junction. Similarly, the holes in the depletion can quickly come to the P type side of the junction. Once newly created free electrons come to the N type side, cannot further cross the junction because of barrier potential of the junction. Similarly, the newly created holes once come to the p type side cannot further cross the junction, become of same barrier potential of the junction. As the concentration of electrons becomes higher on one side, that is n type side of the junction, and concentration of holes becomes more in other side, that is the p type side of the junction. The PN junction will behave like a small battery cell. A voltage is set up which is known as photovoltage. If you connect a small load across the junction, there will be a tiny current flowing through it. 18th question. List the applications of solar cell. Now we are discussing about the applications of solar cell. Satellites and space vehicles, automated street lights, power supply to calculators, emergency lights for charging the batteries, solar panels for domestic power supply, water pumps, water heaters, solar based traffic light controls. 19th question. List the applications of laser. Now we are discussing about the applications of laser. Industrial welding and cutting, used to measure distances and velocities, used in biomedical field, used in telecommunications, data communications and broadband access, used in laser printers, used in nuclear fusion, photochemistry, in scientific applications. 20. List the features of lasers. Now we are discussing about the features of laser. The word laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Laser produces coherent light, that is, it has only one frequency. Laser light is of a single color. Laser light is powerful with very high intensity. Laser light is highly directional and travels in a narrow beam, the sides of which stay almost parallel. 21. List the features of measure. Now we are discussing about the features of measure. The word measure stands for microwave amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Measures use microwaves, hence the M in its acronym. Microwaves are a type of electromagnetic radiation that falls on the long wavelength side of electromagnetic spectrum. Microwaves have a shorter wavelength than radio waves but a longer wavelength than the colors we see in visible light. Microwaves have very long wavelengths. They have a low frequency and therefore are low energy. Microwaves are not nearly as dangerous as ultraviolet or gamma rays, which have very short wavelengths and high frequencies. Measures like lasers also use stimulated radiation emission as the essential principle of how they work. 22nd, list the applications of measure. Now we are discussing about the applications of measure. Used in radio astronomy or other forms extraterrestrial communications. A low noise factor of measure amplifier allows it to use in large range radar systems. Used in science and medicine. Used in industrial applications. Used as a microwave spectrophotometer. Used in surgery and treatment of cancer, ulcer, and eye problems. Used in radio telescopes and space probe receivers. 23rd, describe the construction of LED. The figure shows the construction of LED. One of the methods used to construct LED is to deposit three semiconductor layers on the substrate. The three semiconductor layers deposited on the substrate are N-type semiconductor, P-type semiconductor and active region. Active region is present in between N-type and P-type semiconductor layers. When LED is forward biased, free electrons from N-type semiconductor and holes from P-type semiconductor are fused towards the active region. When free electrons from N side and holes from P side recombine with the opposite charge carriers, that is, free electrons with holes or holes with free electrons in active region, an invisible or visible light is emitted. In LED, most of the charge carriers recombine at active region. Therefore, most of the light is emitted by the active region. The active region is also called as depletion region. Thank you.